Hi, JJ here from 22 Explosive Hits, coming at you with another No Ktel Thursday. And this week I'm going to discuss my Rambo 4K set that I have. So, the first one that I have is First Blood. I'll go in order. The first
John Rambo, a drifter, just passing through their town.
Morning! Headed north or south?
North.
Now jump in. I'll make sure you're heading the right direction, huh?
You got someplace I can eat around here?
There's a diner about 30 miles up the highway.
Is there any law against me getting something here?
Yeah, me. I want you to book this gentleman for vagrancy, resisting arrest, carrying a concealed weapon.
They knew he was innocent.
Starting to dislike you. A lot.
And they didn't give a damn.
That's okay, Warren. Don't worry about the soap. He's tough. Just shave him. Dry.
Don't move. I don't want you to cut your own throat.
John Rambo, one man who's been pushed too far.
You're finished! You've gone as far as you're gonna go! Heading straight for the top. Right on top of him. There's no way out of here except through us.
He was hunted, trapped,
There he is! On the cliff!
and forced to fight back.
Don't push it. Don't push it. I'll give you a war you won't believe.
Teasel, you and all your men couldn't handle him before. Now, what makes you think you can handle him now?
Because God knows what damage he's prepared to do.
You don't seem to want to accept the fact that you're dealing with an expert in guerrilla warfare.
Are you telling me that 200 men against your boy is a no-win situation for us?
You send that many, don't forget one thing. A good supply of body bags.
Sylvester Stallone. This time, he's fighting for his life. First Blood.
started the entire franchise based on a book by David Morrell. And then in the First Blood, this is where he tries to go to a small town. They reject him because they think he's just a drifter. And then they end up taking the jail, and then they end up taking revenge. And he's a Green Beret that they can't stop because he's a well trained soldier, and these sheriffs and these people are trying to catch him. Originally, the ending for this movie, he was supposed to kill himself in the end because in the book he commits suicide. But they ditched that ending, and probably a good thing, because then we end up getting the second movie as well. This is really action-packed, really good story. Richard Crenna is really awesome as the support person to him, as his, his officer that trained him, and gives really good insight and really realistic with the sheriff as to what type of soldier that they're actually dealing with. The 4K is really crisp, really clean. I do recommend it. Moving right along, the next one is First Blood Part 2. This was
Joined Army 6 June 69. Accepted Special Forces. Helicopter and language qualified. Expert in light weapons and guerrilla warfare. Sylvester Stallone is back as Rambo. Rambo's the best combat vet I've ever seen. His mission, to locate American POWs in Vietnam.
Think you'll find someone? POWs? Doubtful.
His orders, not to engage the enemy.
got 36 hours to complete the mission and reach the extraction point.
We're going down!
You're not going anywhere.
I'm telling you to abort. Double-crossed and left behind enemy lines.
You're the one who's making the mistake.
Yeah, what mistake?
Rambo.
And now, he's getting out any way he can. Rambo, what most people call hell, he calls home. No man, no law, no war can stop him. Sylvester Stallone is back as Rambo, First Blood, Part 2.
In this sequel, he goes in to try to find the POWs from Vietnam. He's supposed to only take pictures, but he ends up not just taking pictures. He ends up actually finding the prisoners, and he ends up defeating the Russians and the Viet Cong in order to get to the soldiers and to get them out safely. And so this is really, really action-packed, really great. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of dialogue in it, but the action is just incredible. My favorite part is when he uses the arrow to blow up a guy. That's probably one of my favorite parts of the movie. It's just really well done, really well put together, just high level of action. Even this film, Rambo, was so popular around this time it even inspired a cartoon as well that was watched on Saturday morning. Don't ask me why a rated R violent movie got a cartoon, but it did. Next one, they were inevitable to have a sequel, but this one, Rambo 3 in 4K, this one is pretty good. This one, understanding, had a lot of filming issues.
This mission's important, John. I want you to come with me to help me lead the team. What do you say, John?
I put in my time.
What's that mean?
It means my war's over.
He never draws first blood. He only fights back. The first time was for himself. The second time was for his country. This time,
Rambo, something went wrong.
it's for his friend.
Trumpen was a good man, and I'm really very sorry.
You're just leaving him?
What do you expect us to do? Send in a Delta team? Create an international incident?
What about me?
By the way you look, I can see you have no experience in war, do you?
Fired a few shots.
That if you're captured, we'll deny any participation or even knowledge of your existence.
Sounds familiar.
Who is this John Rambo? You'll find out.
I know he's your friend. But you cannot do this. You both will die. For what?
Because you do it for me.
What do you think this man is?
God! Oh, God, will have mercy. He won't.
Who are you?
The worst nightmare.
Stallone. Rambo 3.
I'm sorry I got you into this, John.
No, you're not.
Afghani freedom fighters, because his officer, Richard Crenna, the character, gets captured, and he has to go after the Russians and to help out the Jihadin in Afghanistan who was fighting the Russians at that time. So it's a little dated because obviously now we know in Afghanistan we have the Taliban and it's a whole different setup. However, at the time, with the Russians had taken over Afghanistan, it was kind of a new fight that they brought. Kind of Rambo went to get. In this one, in the beginning, he's actually kind of living at a monastery in Thailand, kind of into himself, but because of his officer getting captured, he goes after him. This one I really like this one. It just took a while for it to come out. This one came out like 3 years later, and I think when this one came out, if I remember seeing it, the Rambo craze had kind of died out, because I remember going to the theater, and I think me and my dad were like the only ones in the theater seeing this film. The next one came out in 2008. This is Rambo.
You know, you never told us your name.
John.
Lived here a long time?
Long time.
We'd like to rent your boat. We need to get upriver.
Where?
Into Burma.
Burma's a war zone.
It's more like genocide.
We need to go and help these people.
Go live your life while you got a good one.
It's what I'm trying to do.
You bringing any weapons?
Of course not.
You ain't changing nothing.
You live so close to what's going on over there. I mean, doesn't it bother you at all?
It's not my business. What happened?
No one knows exactly. They were supposed to return 10 days ago, but they never came back.
We did nothing! We told them you
How do you know they're alive?
What do we do?
Nothing we can do.
Lord, make me your instrument of peace. Where there is hatred, let me bring love. Where there is darkness, light. For it is in giving we receive. It is in pardoning we are pardoned. It is in dying that we awake to eternal life.
Please don't.
You're gonna make it.
Go!
When you're pushed, killing's as easy as breathing.
He actually has to go get a bunch of missionaries out of Burma. This has actually really great performances, I think. And in this one, what they did is, if you look at the violence in the first 3 movies, they're violent, but not gory. And this one added that element because it was added in more modern action pictures. Not only do they have the action in this one, but we have a lot of gore. So when they blow up a body, it actually looks more realistic to what a body looks like when they explode. Or when bullets go through somebody, it actually looks a lot realer than probably the other first 3 movies do. So they actually kind of amped up the violence a lot in this one. Really great performance. I really enjoy this one. I know the critics didn't really care much for it, but I enjoy it. I think it was kind of fun to bring the character of Rambo back, kind of giving him a new war to fight with having him go to Burma. And I liked how he was skilled. He was kind of reluctant to help them out, but then he actually he actually then did eventually assist them in their efforts to get the missionaries out of Burma. And the next one that came out later, this was Rambo Last Blood, and in this one
lived in a world of death. I've watched people I've loved die. Some fast with a bullet. Some not enough left to bury.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
All these years I've kept my secrets. But the time has come to face my past. And if it comes looking for me, they will welcome death. I want revenge.
Ride till I can't no more. Nobody tell me nothing.
I want them to know that death is coming. And there's nothing they can do to stop it.
Goes after a drug cartel, which comes after his niece. The only part of this movie I find funny, because I do know from nurses and friends that have about drug addiction, if he would have gotten his niece of Narcan, she would have been fine. But she was so strung out that she ended up dying. He ends up then trapping all the Mexican cartel people, and ends up getting his revenge and murdering them. The other part I liked about this movie too is he actually got hurt. He actually got injured, and he had to kind of work his way out of that. I like that aspect because in the other 4 movies they kind of made him more out to be like a superhero, and this one actually kind of shows Rambo's vulnerabilities and what he actually that he has weaknesses, and that he actually is a human, and actually has to fight this for a reason, and mainly because of his niece that he's trying to defend. So that's my No Ktel Thursday one for this segment. This one was on Rambo. If you have any comments on Rambo, any reflections on Rambo, please list them down in the comments below. And I want to remind the vinyl community, let's bring each other up rather than bring each other down. Have a great day.